ESG is a disclosure, it's a voluntary disclosure. Every investor should know the single cent, every cent that they invest, where the money go. I can get your financial report through the transparency, corporate governance. So this is what we mean ESG.
So I do expect in the years to come, there'll be much more demand for the carbon credits in the Islamic space, both in terms of volume as well as in terms of product innovation.
The legal nature of carbon credit, is it a commodity where you're exchanging or you're trading, or is it a financial instrument?
Depends on which country you're in. But for Singapore, we don't view carbon as a regulated financial instrument, and that's because our regulations around commodities are based on this idea of a tangible object.
To me, tokenization is just a technology name. It's taking the same underlying asset and representing it with a digital instrument as opposed to with a piece of paper or some kind of other certificate.
So now what tokenization does, coming back to why this is such a game-changing element, not just for Islamic finance, but the way finance is done globally. Because just one last point on the debt-based system that we're in, it has led to the most gross income and wealth inequality that the world has ever seen.
I've read somewhere that if its greenback is monitored by Fed, and the maximum cap that you can build from that is about 50 million. Is that true, or?
In fact, according to the Labuan KYC guideline, we have a term called unusual transaction, right? Normally they have a threshold there. Yeah. Of course, we are following the US the security SEC guideline to how to detect the unusual transaction. But you can, let's say, for example, one transaction you put in, let's say, 50 million. It looked like, obviously, it's like an unusual transaction. Yeah. So within the guideline, we can set according to the guideline. It means that every transaction you can have $100,000, but you can up to the limit per day maybe 20 million. Yeah. That is the guideline there. You can also refer to our so-called the exchange SOP, the trading rules. Yeah.
In Malaysia, if you were to look at the local financing size, in general, I think Malaysian, we are closer to 50%. I think there are a lot more risk of which Islamic Bank will need to hedge. I think they will need to create a market for it as well.